You've noticed the pattern of people being irresponsible with their car purchases as well as going out. Are there any other patterns? Because I want people that are watching this, maybe that are slipping, to be able to acknowledge and think like, hey, how are my finances doing? And be cognizant about money and maybe consider these things that you've recognized as patterns that let people slip into not being well.
One thing that has shown up a lot that is in less people's control than the other categories, but I think people have a little more control over than they're willing to admit, is cost of housing. So Austin's an expensive city for Texas, compared to LA or New York, it's certainly not. But like a guest was on the other day, he was spending like close to $2,000 with barely any income on rent. And he was like, I'm going to have to move back home. And I'm like, dude, you can find places here. They might not be the grandest of places, but you can find places here like under $1,000 to like a studio. He's like, that doesn't exist. So I pulled up Zillow real quick, showed him, I think it was like 32 complexes with different units of under $1,000. So that exists. But yes, I mean, for someone making even $100,000 a year in New York City or LA, like housing is going to be a larger percentage than we would normally want them to see. So that's a big one that definitely hurts people because it takes away a lot of their money from their investing goals and paying off goals. So sometimes it's in their control, sometimes it's not. And I think it's in more people's control than they're willing to admit some of the time. But
I think it's a really unpopular opinion when you recommend people move in order to save money because they think, hey, look, I am deserving of living where I please because this is where it's my home. Something that feels very like it's a part of your identity where you live. So people, they place a lot of importance on it.
I think a lot is also the distance to where they work. So someone could justify and say, well, my job is 5 minutes away, and if I move, then my commute turns into 40 minutes.
We've had a few of those, And they're like, my gas will more than make up for it.
Exactly.
Which sometimes, I mean, oil prices are kind of high right now. Sometimes it can make up for it, but...
Oh, and by the way, this clip is brought to you by our sponsor, Epidemic Sound.
Click the link down below to get 1 month for free and 2 months half off. We've been using them for years. We use them in the intro to the full podcast. They have a massive library of incredible music and sound effects. Click that link. Thank you so much, Epidemic, and thank you for watching.